back to another episode of the GameDay Squad Rugby League show, joined by Josh as always. And I was thinking about changing up the intro, but I've got to keep it the same because we've got to keep the rhythm and the technique, because I'm up 10-6. Josh, guess what?
I'm glad that...
It's actually 11-6.
I'm going to pull it up now. You're actually wrong. It's actually 11-5.
11-5?
Yeah.
I'm losing track. It's becoming too easy for me.
I should have just taken the points, to be honest. But...
11-6, 11-5.
Yet again...
By one rank.
By one rank, I finished 70th. Norman, where'd you finish?
69.
I can't believe it. But I thought I had him. No, this is time I thought I had him.
Well...
And when I realised I didn't, I dropped the phone and I just said, not meant to be.
It comes down to coaching decisions again, Josh. You picked Justin Olam in your squad.
He was in the squad. He was there. And I bought him off the transfer market. A silver Justin Olam.
It's double thumbs down for me.
Yeah, honestly, you could say coaching error. I didn't read the books, but it is what it is.
Honestly, the Tigers matchup saved me.
Yeah.
Stefano Tukamanu managed to bag a try, got me some good points there. Hudson Young as well. Just the tackle breaks.
Yeah.
The guy was angry. He wanted the New South Wales jumper and he didn't get it, so he was angry.
That game just had points written all over. How many players did you have that
won.
game?
I had 4.
Yeah, I only had 2.
So I got over the line there. And my Roosters got the win over the Dogs as well. So that's always a positive when I get to defeat Josh's squad overall.
Rough.
Tough weekend.
Honestly, it was.
But Josh, GameDay Squad, what's the beauty of it?
We start again.
We do start again. So it's 11-5. It's first to 14, right? Because it's 27 rounds, so...
Yeah, but lucky we got 2 different comps this week.
We do.
New South Wales versus Queensland, and we go back to round 17.
Yes.
But it's also very tough.
It is very tough.
Fun, but tough. But we love it.
I love the challenge because so far I've been doing well, and if I pull up the squad or the matchups this week, it's going to look good.
Yeah.
Obviously, just the last Queensland affects how things go, but
100%.
I'm overall I'm keen. But if we get into strikes, fair misses, I just want to say from a strikes perspective, the Gold Coast Titans, they scored 66 points. So your strikes this week, anyone who had any Titans player whatsoever, that would be the biggest strike. But for me personally, I had my boy Terrell May, 81 points. Wow. 80 minutes in the middle.
That's mad.
Sorry, but do you know anyone who can play 80 minutes at front row?
I've heard of a couple. But you can't forget, Doggy's a bit weak in the middle. Much easier to run against smaller men. But
pouring rain,
well.
terrible conditions, bagged a try.
Did well.
81 points, my strike, my boy T-May.
Good strike. That was your highest scorer?
No, actually, I don't think it was highest scorer. I got to double check, but it was just my strike because I'm had to play him. I knew he was going to play big minutes.
Well, this is a little pod flex because I'm happy about it. Played him once this season. Jaden Campbell, Silver Jaden Campbell, 101 points. Honestly, I think he deserved more points with what he did because he was everywhere. Preston Campbell 2.0.
Yeah, literally.
And he's goal kicking 11 from 11.
11 from 11 is wild for a kid.
3 try assists and he bagged a try. And he was everywhere. Credit to him. I reckon times look much better. They're going to say Kieran Foran, they're going to say Fafita, both of them, but Campbell looked like the difference.
And Keanu Keeney did too. I packed Keeney, but I didn't play him. But imagine I played him, Josh. I would have slaughtered you.
Yeah, he would have scored too many points. But even kick meters, 118 kick meters, he's getting involved around the whole park. I'm pretty sure I spoke about Campbell last episode, saying that, and a 6 like him is just good to have in your squad. So I'm happy with him. Here's my strike. But he didn't miss 7 tackles.
And that's where the negative play comes into it. Missing 7 tackles. He usually makes a lot of errors. What is it?
That's nearly 30 points.
Yeah. So...
yeah, that makes a difference. So
it does make a difference all up.
If he doesn't have a big game like he did, he might score that 50.
Yeah.
Which is not too bad.
Well, speaking of not having a big game, the Tigers had a massive game. But Aiden Caesar, he's my spare. 33, but I was hyping him up a lot. And I think he does provide a lot more structure. But what I've realised is, sure, he provides the structure and he gets the Tigers going and gets them rolling. But he allows Galvin to play his natural game and unlocks Galvin, which is awesome. And so does Appy gets to play his thing. Caesar just controls the team. you don't get points for controlling the team.
Yeah.
So that's one thing to take into account from a coach's perspective as well. You might see the players that make a massive difference to their squad when they're playing on the field. And I think the Tigers without Caesar look lost. Like, it's true.
Yeah.
They do look lost. And Appy's he's overplaying his hand, and Galvin's trying so hard, but he's just a kid. He can only try so hard. Like, Caesar comes back in, there's a lot more structure, things go well, but that allows Galvin to play his game. So I shouldn't have gone in on Caesar. I should have gone in on other players around him that he makes look and play better. But yeah, 33 points, I'm fine with it. But yeah, I had higher hopes.
Yeah, I guess. But when you have so many stars on one side, it's hard to pick which one's going to play well.
Thanks, Josh.
No, I was just saying Tigers, bro.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Surely my squad's better than Tiger squad. No offense, Tigers.
So, honestly, Tigers don't look too bad. But my spare...
I'm worried. We've got them this week.
Rough. My spare, Adam Blake. First time.
This guy could have been a miss for the first time ever.
Could have been, but he just runs the ball.
What did he end up getting, 30-something?
38. And he got dragged early because I think he just was sick of the game.
66-6. The guy was like, send me over to the Sharkies already.
I've never seen him look out of a game more than what he was.
He got beaten.
Yeah.
But not physically.
Just they weren't there.
He mentally just checked out. The bloke checked out.
Yeah.
To be fair, the entire Warriors side checked out.
Well, I'll just drag us onto my miss because it relates. SJ. Like, not what I expected. You know, when I picked my squad this week, I was like, he's my first player in because out of all the halfbacks, he's the one. But like your Caesar, my Sean Johnson scored me 12 points.
Well, my miss was your spare, Adam Blake.
Oh, wow.
And it's because I have a platinum Adam Blake card. Oh. That's what I banked up on. That's what got me some early wins over Josh. But to play a platinum card, you want to be scoring like triple digits, surely.
Yeah.
He scored 49, which is his second lowest score of the whole season. And it's just because of the game he had. Like I said, mentally was beaten, then physically ended up getting beaten around, like people running laps around him. You just can't.
That's right.
You can't waste a platinum card on that.
That's been my chance to get the points on you.
It was, and you missed out. But that's my miss for the week. Now, onto On the Radar. And look, personal fan of the show. We've had him on SportsShedTV content. You can check it out. Same cultural background as us. Same squad as who Josh supports.
Yes.
Can you reveal who it is on the radar?
Jacob Carraz, mate.
Jacob Carraz. Massive Roosters fan here. I'll always back Carraz.
Yeah.
He's come on here before. We love him. We want to see him do well. I got worried that he was going to tear the Roosters to shreds from that first try of the game.
Yeah.
He is playing phenomenal no matter where he is in the back line. And it makes me think that with Origin players and with the injury to Tracy, could he be a sniff for fullback next week against the Sharks?
You know, I actually don't know, but I think if he has a chance to show if he can play fullback, it has to be this game.
Well, Stephen Crichton might also miss out. If he has a big game on Wednesday, you got to think it's only a 48-hour turnaround.
That's true.
So if Crichton misses out and Tracy's already out and Fox is already out.
And Bronson might be out.
Carraz has to... unless they bring Blake Taff. But do you think Carraz leads the way of the back five anyway? He steps up as the leader for this next matchup?
It really depends. I honestly think he should play fullback. And if he does, I'd...
100-point game?
Yeah, 100 plus.
Wow. I'm calling 100-point game from Carraz. You want to put my prediction out there from now. If Carraz plays fullback, he scores triple digits.
Yeah, I agree. Because we have to play a big game.
He's definitely on the radar for me. Now, I won't say he was on the transfer market until we find out where he's playing. Because things will move around after Wednesday's Queensland versus New South Wales match. We know that.
Yeah.
But he's definitely someone who I've got on the radar.
Right.
Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree. I would have him in my team already. Honestly, I think you need him because his base stats just by itself in a center position, without scoring tries, without try assists, is just phenomenal.
It's phenomenal.
It's not normal what he does.
Plus, he doesn't stop. Even when the game's done, he doesn't stop.
Nah, never.
It's kind of good Bulldogs mentality that they're building. Still not good enough to be my Roosters, but.
Well,
anyone else on the radar for you?
For me, honestly, not right now. For the players...
Is it because it's bye week?
It's because it's bye week. You got this guys as Queensland. All I have right now are the players in my squad.
Your wider squad.
So I'm not looking to buy anyone.
Yeah.
I have enough players to fill the spots this week.
Well, one player I've got on the transfer market, because Carras was my only player to look out for on the radar, but transfer market, Keanu Keeney.
Yeah.
Fullback for the Titans, and look, people in the comment section might be saying, hey, like, how is he not on the radar, or relax, he just had one good game. No, he's had a couple good games. He is electric. Sure, the negative play, the missed tackles, him being smaller, making a couple errors, throwing the ball around. I get that. I get the negative play. But if the upside's there in attack, he's good.
Yeah.
He's good enough. Why wouldn't you have him in your squad? You don't know who to play at fullback. You want to play a pod option. You're looking to bring someone in, change things up, or it's buy round footy, or Queensland versus the is happening. Our best players are out. What do we do? Look to get him. I'm just glad I packed him. I'm actually upset. Like I said, I'm upset I didn't play him, but I packed him. I was like, oh yeah, Keeney, like that guy's a freak when he's on. But no one was expecting. I mean, Warriors were the favourites to win in general.
Expect it.
You wouldn't expect 66-6. That's the highest. Apparently, it's the largest amount of points, highest amount of points that Titans have scored in their history.
Oh yeah. I don't think they would have scored more than that.
Nah, I can't remember them scoring more than 40, to be fair.
Which is,
maybe once in my life.
It helps our pre-season prediction.
Oh, yeah. It does help that. Check that out, too. We'll have a few videos coming out soon. I feel like a professor in this vest talking about our predictions that have come true so far. But
I know I've already bought the player I spoke about, Justin Olam. I don't know about his injury and how he's going, but if the Tigers team playing as well, I would look to bring him into your squad, especially if they're going forward in attack.
If he's going forward in attack and they're 10 minutes out from the line, name a more dangerous centre.
Yeah. And he carries the ball. He loves to run the ball.
He loves the tackle break too, but the one thing this guy's got in his game is errors.
Yeah, he does. That's
just stupid errors too.
Yeah, for sure. And you don't... Obviously, he gets had the good with the bad, but I feel like now, because they have a bit more structure and go forward in their attack, he gets to play his game.
Yeah. Well, speaking about taking the good with the bad, that brings my point about Keeney. Like, just take those things and just don't worry about it, because the attacking upside that he can provide. Like I said, you don't know who to play. Players out, pod option, bang, get him in there. Plus, you'll be able to grab him for cheap because not too many players thinking about him or having him in there. So it's still relatively fresh.
Very true.
Anyone else on the transfer market that you'd look to?
Actually, no.
To bring in? No.
I'm chilled this week.
I'm just... There isn't a particular player that I want to bring in, but I'm just thinking from a matchup perspective. Like, Roosters have Tigers, which should look easy, but it won't be, especially after what the Tigers have been dishing up. I think Penrith and Cowboys, with a lot of representative players out, isn't going to be as easy as what people think. Dragons and Dolphins might be the hardest one to tip of the round, but I think Melbourne put Canberra to the sword. Canberra have lost 3 on the trot. I know Ricky loves coming up against Bellamy, but Canberra have been looking like proper disgraceful.
Yes.
And I'm thinking Wishart, Hughes, Pappenhausen, like...
Yeah, it's not looking good for him.
Is it...
Amy Park.
Should you be looking to stock up on those Melbourne players?
I think so. A player that's being slept on right now, Wishart.
Wishart has killed me because I've got him, but I don't play him week in, week out. Yeah. And I can't say he's killed me because I've still been getting the wins over. I don't want to be rubbing this in, mate. But when I do play him, he gets an average score.
Yeah.
And I could put him as my spare.
Yeah.
Then when I don't play him, he's scoring over 55.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, damn. And then Josh's like, oh, did you play Wishart? I'm like, nah. Did you? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, I've got to find a player to chase him now.
It's true. Well, I mean, if this is the week, play every Melbourne player you'll play.
Yeah, to be fair.
I know I've got Pappenhausen in there for sure. And if Harry Grant backs up, which I think he would, off the bench, might not score as much points, but always good to have Harry Grant, especially if they're going to put some points on. But I think that's probably the team I would bank on this round, because you look at the draw, it's pretty close, like every other game. If you look closely, maybe, I don't know, Broncos bounce back against Warriors, not playing too well, but...
Well, there's another matchup that I want to speak about, and welcome to Stats Don't Lie. This is personally my favourite segment. We do have a bit of a laugh with it, but it is provided by actual stats. So Parramatta have beaten Newcastle in their last 5 consecutive appearances, and Para have averaged 35 points scored.
Really?
Truly.
Wow. And they're not favourites.
And they're not favourites.
No Moses, maybe?
But to be fair, if Moses backs up for this one, like, it's 5:30 on a Saturday, like...
Maybe. Depends how it goes.
It's 3 days after. does depend how it goes. But what are your thoughts here? Because do you think this is a game where potentially you see someone like Gutherson tearing up? And I know you're not a big fan of him, but...
Maybe, well, I don't know. The stats are going to be on the edge of it because last week they failed us big time.
Well, I did say the Roosters tend to win against the Dogs and put on points, and we scored 26 points. Is that what you're talking about?
That's not the stat I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Tigers stat. We were talking about it off camera. Tigers v Canberra. How
Canberra have got the wood over them and Tigers don't win at Campbelltown.
Yeah.
And then I tipped the Tigers and they won. Cha-ching.
Well, that stat didn't go in favour.
Well, one goes one way, one goes the other. So if this is the stat we've got for the Para Knights game, which way do you think that one leans?
Honestly, Para should win, in my opinion. But we know what Newcastle can do, and they're off the back of a win bye, where Para had a close loss against the Roosters.
Yeah, I know. So I don't know. It's just tough because I think if Moses plays, I'm so confident in Para. But if he doesn't, I don't know how confident I am in them to score that amount of points. Yeah, I'm not talking about winning, losing. I'm talking about points because we know points lead comes off the back of our...
And plus their defense isn't that good.
It's definitely not that good. So for Parramatta, I wouldn't be looking at any certain forwards to get you over the line. I'd be looking for like their spine players to score points in attack. But my next stat is the Dragons up against the Dolphins. So they've actually played 3 times, which is quite rare.
Really?
Yep. Dragons won the first one, then Dolphins won the last 2. So Dragons, obviously played 3 times. Dolphins have averaged 25 points against them across those 3 games. So 25 points being a couple of years in the comp, and Dolphins playing the way they're playing, coming off a hard loss.
Wow. I didn't think it would... That's pretty big.
25 points is a lot. I mean, that's just over 4 converted tries.
What do you reckon?
We're talking what are we talking? Esako, Nikorima, Katoa. Katoa's having his hand in everything and Nikorima is helping so much.
Esako, Katoa, I think they go to.
And I'm loving, at hooker, I'm actually loving this season, Jeremy Marshall-King.
Yeah.
But the guy's so consistent. Yeah. He's so consistent and he's so creative.
Yeah.
He's so creative out of dummy half. He always picks the right option and then has a bit of razzle-dazzle to him.
Yeah. Agreed.
I really wish the Roosters got hold of him because it looks like we're going to lose cheese, but that maybe that's for another podcast. But I'm looking at players for the Dolphins and I'm like, you know what? They could... Look, they've lost to Storm. If they lose to Dragons and then they lose the following week, it's all of a sudden like, we spoke about them being in the top 4. Can they even be in the 8?
Yeah.
I think they need to win here. And I do think they win well. Averaging 25 points. 25 points is enough to get you the win.
You need to win because if you want to stay close, like you said, to the pack, you need to stay, especially against the Dolphins.
Well, the thing against Dragons.
Sorry, against Dragons.
But with the Dragons, remember Lomax backing up after the first representative game he played for New South Wales?
Yeah.
Kicked 10 from 10, scored a hat-trick, demolished the Tigers.
That's correct.
Are there fears from the Dolphins hey, Dragons might get Ben Hunt and Lomax back
or is it hammer time?
We'll let you guys answer that question. But yeah, only one question this week. Obviously, we are filming a bit early because it is the bye week. But one question that we actually got 2 questions coming in early, so thanks for that. But they're the same question. It's which matchup do we target this week? And I think we've touched on both of them, but it does depend. I'm always going to say it does depend who backs up and who plays. But regardless, I don't know. I'm not super confident on Newcastle. I target some Parramatta spine players and Melbourne.
Definitely Melbourne. I think
Melbourne number 1, but Para for pod.
Yeah, Para's a pick. Melbourne's a pick for me. Top pick.
Pick 2 players from Melbourne. Who you'd have?
I'd go Pappenhausen. And if you can have Hughes, go Hughes. If not, someone like Nick Meaney who just runs.
Oh, I love Meaney.
And he can either bag assist or try. So he's a player. Goal kicks, obviously.
Yeah.
So he's just all round.
Yep. Well, I agree. Well, good luck. My prediction tries to get triple digits. Good luck and enjoy your Queensland versus New South Wales footy because honestly, there's a game come for that. Prediction or New South Wales by 2.
Let's go New South Wales by 1.
There we go. So hopefully we get over. But play that game mode too. Honestly, check that out. You play all the players representing both sides and see whoever gets the highest score wins. So good luck. I know I'll be in it.
to be close. Because actually, it really just stresses me out, but it's good fun.
I love the stress though. Like it's part of the fun. You can't be a coach without stress.
Adds to the week.
It does. So enjoy representative football and best of luck in the next round.
See ya.
Bye.